Hey, what is going on, everyone? So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a baby account update. It's been a little while since I've done this for this account. I am level 76 now. Things have just been really crazy with the Thanos giving and the Icarus event, as you all probably know. So we're going to be talking about a few things today, including a free gold promotion login calendar. I want to go over that. Also, I want to talk about my Dark Dimension 3 progress, my Doom Raid Chapter 2 progress, Doom War Chapter 2, not Doom Raid, sorry, and how I've been getting on with that, and what to expect coming up with Arena, because I will be unlocking Icarus pretty soon on this account. I did pull some 675 core orbs on Icarus just to kind of fast track it a little bit. I'm not sure how far progress I'll end up doing in this event with this account, because it's not my primary account. It's a little bit harder since it's kind of blitz heavy. You know, I'm not making significant progress compared to my other accounts. So that's why my cores are a little bit lower. I had about 5,000 power cores, and that's what I did with it. So we're going to be talking about all that and more in today's video. So without further ado, let's get this show started. And so I wanted to talk about this for probably over a week now. So this is the 14-day gold promo login calendar. Now, I was taken aback a little bit by this because I actually was not sure where this originally came from. I guess because I've been playing the game for so long, I wasn't entirely sure. However, this happened a couple of days after I hit level 75. Now, this was not immediately after I hit 75, so I was a bit confused about this. As you can see, there's a grand total of 200 gold promotion credits and 12 silvers. I was trying to figure out where this came from, and I wound up on this Reddit post from over a year ago by community manager Zeke's the gold promotion calendar. There have been questions regarding some players currently receiving a gold promo calendar. This calendar is available at level 75 for all new players who missed on the first calendar back in January. So since it was over a year ago, I'm assuming they're talking about 2020 January. So this has gone out in a response to a mistake in a gold promotion offer. Basically. So it's enough to purchase 2 6 red star characters. I don't remember what incident this was. I vaguely remember it from my main account, but I've been talking to some people and they haven't been telling me that everyone's been getting this calendar. So what I'm curious about is, I think I made this account, a very long time ago, maybe like 2 years ago, something like that. But I hadn't actually progressed it past level 10 or anything like that, anything meaningful. So I was still receiving, on occasion, in-game mail. Had I actually been on there to claim it, I probably wasn't. But this account was active, technically active at that time. So I'm wondering if this was as a result because it's such an old account. I have been receiving claims that not everyone's been receiving this calendar. So I'm wondering if new accounts are not actually getting this or not, or newer accounts are not actually getting this. So please comment down below if you have hit level 75 or been to level 75 for a little bit of time now and never actually received this login calendar. So I'd be very curious if that's the case. And if that's the case, then I would write into support regarding that and see what kind of response there is. Otherwise, yeah. Anyways, 200 gold promotion credits is a lot. And we'll talk about this towards the end of the video, exactly about what maybe you should do with your silver and gold promo credits, because even I'm at a little bit of a loss, at least with regards to this account, because a lot of the top characters that you're going to be using aren't farmable yet, so there isn't really any room or any quickness to buying their upgrades because you can't farm them. We'll be talking about that more though. So I want to go on to Dark Dimension 3, and I want to share with you all the progress that I've been making so far in this. So click on Dark Dimension 3. I believe I've done mine for today. So I'm on Dark Dimension 3 node 4. Now how I got here, let's kind of just take a look at starting from node 1. Apparently I one-shot this one. So I started off using characters Kestrel, Deathpool, Ghost, Phyla-Vell, and Cap Sam. Now Phyla-Vell was mainly upgraded because I was using her in the Kest Watch team for my arena still, and she was bio. I didn't have any other strong bio options at this time. Immediately at 75, I'm not sure if I had Symbiote Spider-Man up or not. So That's why I did that. Skill was Capsam and Kestrel. Tech was Ghost, and Mystic was Deathpool. I tried to spread it out. Obviously, what's missing is Mutant. I don't have any good Mutant characters that I want to actually gear to Gear Tier 14 and above at this time. Node number 2, I ended up replacing Deathpool. Oh, no, I replaced Phyla-Vell with Maria Hill at some point in my second node. Maybe a couple days later, I scrounged up enough skill gear. I remember opening up a lot of those war orbs, those orange gear war orbs, because I really was just trying to... I forgot what I was missing. I think it was the mini uniques for Gear 14. So that's why I was spam opening those to try and, you know, expedite my skill gear on that. So I did eventually switch into Maria Hill, and I thought that was a pretty big improvement here. So I managed to clear this node in about 3 attacks. Maria Hill was a pretty big increase on this front because of the healing. There's no heals here. You know, Capsam, Ghost, Kestrel could self-heal, I guess, but there really wasn't any healing going on here. So this really helped. The summons from Maria Hill also really helped provide extra targets for single target attacks from the enemies. I would say that the hardest was node number 3. Some of you guys, because I can't show the node because I've already cleared it now, you guys may be familiar with this. I think it's what I call the Hero Brawler node. So there's a lot of Miss Marvels that show up in this node, and a lot of Hero Brawler enemies that assist off of Miss Marvel's attacks, and this one's a bit of a pain in the ass. I'm surprised it only took me 7 attacks, actually, out of all of that, and it wasn't too bad. I did kind of flip a little bit using Phyla-Vell in certain portions, only because her basic gives offense down. And the problem with Ghost in this node is she doesn't actually do a ton, because all of the assists that are happening don't get the offense down from Ghost that she would do on her passive, because it's kind of bypassing this assist mechanic. So now we're over on to node number 4. And there isn't anything particular on this node, it's just there's a lot of damage. You guys may be familiar with Dark Dimension 3 that the enemies hit really, really effing hard. And this one is no exception. So I've been going through this a little bit slowly. We're on attack number 4. Well, I've done 4 attacks, so I guess I'll be on attack number 5. But what has changed a lot, if you go back through the start, 720k. So my first attack was essentially just me taking in the attacks from all their moves at the start of the match. Attack number 2 kind of built up a little bit. I decided to use Phyla-Vell instead of Deathpool, mainly because, again, of that offense down. So I've been alternating between using Phyla-Vell and Deathpool, but what changed was when I moved to attack number 3. So I added Cersei in for Gear Tier 14, and I think that significantly changed the outcome of my attacks. You notice a huge jump on attack number 3 and 4 when I put Cersei in here. 15 million damage at attack number 3. 7.5 roughly at attack number 4. Still pretty good. But that's because Cersei gives everyone defense up for 2 turns on her passive in Dark Dimension. You know, it's that in Arena and Dark Dimension text. So just adding her in for that sort of support control-ish, you know, has been really, really helpful. Her damage actually isn't terrible, so her ult going off, you know, AoEs like 8 to 10 targets, and still does a fair bit of damage. And the stun on her special is quite helpful from time to time as well. What I will be looking forward into doing is adding an Icarus. I'll probably remove... I don't know. I'm not sure who I'm going to remove here. I want to keep Kestrel in here because of the defense down that are being applied. Nobody else can do that. I might have to remove Capsam, but I really want him in there as well. Make some suggestions in the comments down below. If any of you have been running Cersei and Icarus in Dark Dimension 3, I'd be interested to see what you might suggest in terms of which characters to remove. I'm reluctant to also remove Ghost, so I'm not sure who I guess it's Kestrel then. Really, she's probably the only one that I could flat out remove, and maybe I hope that Icarus's damage is enough to kind of keep me going from the loss of Kestrel, but I really like her defense down, so yeah, I'm not too sure here. But when we move into the global, obviously that's going to change a little bit because I only have Capsam, Maria Hill, and Ghost, so I would need ideally, I would like a 4th character to start these nodes, but I don't necessarily have to. And we'll see as we go along. Global is not that fun, especially when you get to the global 3rd and 4th node. Those are quite challenging as well, so I expect that to happen. Let's talk about Doom War, though. And to talk about Doom War, well, we're not doing so well, actually. It's not going so hot. So I can't even click on that. But what I'm using is AIM, AIM and Wakanda. I'm using Shuri, Killmonger, and 3 AIM. We can actually take a look at that in my roster because that's what I've been slowly building. I've been focusing mainly on Dark Dimension at this time and also getting some other characters up. So I have Shuri here at 46k at gear tier 13. I also have Killmonger is quite high up on my roster as well at 55k level 70. He triples for Flash events, the Payday event, which is just coming around soon, Chaos Theory, and the Skill Military event, so he's very good to raise and to level up. I don't know if I really want to gear tier 13 him. I don't think it really adds much, and it just takes some of my skill gear that I might need for something else. But I might raise his level when I get the chance. I'm really close to unlocking Icarus, so I'm going to be holding off from that a little bit. But as you can see in my hearts list here, I have been leveling up Scientist Supreme. She is gear tier 12, level 6664, but I still need to raise up the AIM minions a little bit. So I decided to go with AIM Researcher as a healer to try and keep the team healthy, and I don't know, I guess I'm hoping that Killmonger can do enough damage here in this case. And I'm running AIM Security as a tank because of her. It's a her technically, and the flipping of the debuffs. It says if Scientist Supreme is an ally, when above 75%, transfer 1 negative effect from self and each AIM ally to the attacking enemy. So that's kind of the reason why. She also has a ton of hit points, although it's not reflective, of course, at like gear tier 10, but she does. So I need to raise the basic a little bit more on the abilities. AIM Researcher is 364, so you need to raise the basic up a little bit more. Try to get them both to gear tier 12 and level 70, and then I'm going to go back into Doom 2-1 and see if I can do it. If I can squeeze out just a 1-star, I'd be happy with that. Honestly, I just need to get to 2-6 where I can start working on Cap Sam, and so for that reason, I've been working on Symbiote Spider-Man, who I unlocked recently, and surprisingly, I'm actually over halfway to 4-star. I seem to pick up some luck in those milestone orbs recently, just some random sheer dumb luck. But in terms of my Spider-Verse, I'm wondering if I should hold off for these new characters that might be coming on the next patch, because the only ones I really want to gear here, and I actually unlocked Doc Ock. I unlocked Doc Ock this past week or two whenever the event came by, so that's nice. I might need to raise him, and then Symbiote Spider-Man and Anti-Venom, because they're already kind of a little bit up. But aside from that, I'm wondering if I should wait for these new characters that are soon to be coming out after Magic. Apparently it's a whole Spider-Verse team, or Web Warrior team, or whether or not OG Spider-Man and Miles actually gets reworked enough to make them more valid members for this 2-4 to 2-6 section of Doom War. So let me know what you think I should do. I'm thinking of holding off just for the moment. I don't think I really need to get Cap Sam's 2-6 done immediately. I mean, I think I'm already at I'm at a 3-star. I mean, I could use the shards, but I don't want to overinvest in characters that I'm not going to use later on. Now, it's not that I'm not going to use the symbiotes and things like that, but if they're a better team for a newer player, then maybe I might want to hold off a little bit there. And that brings me to the attention of promotion credits. And, when I'm looking at Cap Sam, and I see that I only have 3.5 stars on Cap Sam, so what am I using my promotion credits on? And the answer is not a whole lot. If you look at look at this, I got 469 silvers and 303 gold. And 2,000 dark promotion credits, which I'm going to be hoarding, I guess, until about 5,000 or whenever. If I get Doom on this account, I don't know what I'm doing. But, so, in terms of what I have spent my promotion credits on, not a lot. I bought a 5-red Gamora quite a long time ago because Kestwatch was the biggest thing in terms of arena. So that was Kestrel with the 4 Infinity Watch minus Adam Warlock. Barely anyone in my shard has Adam Warlock. So where am I wanting to use my gold, or any of my promo credits, So I did do some 4-red upgrades on a lot of characters. I did it for Maria Hill. I did it for Sharon Carter. I did it for... I may have done it for Cap Sam, even though I don't have 4-red. I don't know. Deathpool was a natural 5-pull. That was nice. But in terms of who I would like to upgrade, whether it's 5-red or whether it's 6-red, there's not a lot of characters in terms of the 6-red. Because for me, at least for my main account, I normally upgrade 6-red characters in terms of their arena meta relevance. And right now, we're moving from a Kess Watch meta or an Infinity Watch meta to an Eternals meta. And so in terms of that, I believe my Cersei's up here, isn't she? So I have her at, she's definitely going to be in that category for needing to get that 4 red whenever she becomes available, probably just before the end of the year. I will get that 4 red. Now, unfortunately, I'm a bit far off from that 5 red. But the problem here is that a lot of the characters are not available to farm to even make it worth buying those red stars. So, you know, you see I don't have a 5 red. I don't have a 5 yellow Cersei to get that 5 red. And by the time she becomes farmable, is she still going to be meta? Is she going to be arena meta? Or, you know, is she going to be meta enough to buy that 5 red? Probably. But characters like Dagger and Cloak, I have 3 yellow. You know, I'm pretty far off from 4 red, or 4 yellow. I don't know how long it's going to be until they get farmable. So I don't want to pre-buy their upgrades when I don't know when or if they're going to be farmable. Baron Zemo, not really worth it here. Maybe Shuri, you know, I could use just like a 2 or 3, you know, just for kicks. If I see her in the store, I'll probably buy it. I have a lot of silver promos anyways, rather than waiting, because these are characters that I am kind of either going to use or will be using in like Doom War, you know, just to help me get through it a little bit. I might do the same for Scientist Supreme. But in terms of like 4 and 5 red upgrades, you know, Anti-Venom, he's not farmable, you know, and all the other characters that I have, Kestrel's not farmable, so no point in buying the 5 early there. Maria Hill, maybe. You know, I might buy the 5 red, but that's 150 silver. She is farmable in the war store, so that's fine. You know, I'm making use of her quite a bit. Sharon, probably not. I would rather have a 5 red on Maria than Sharon, personally. I would love to have it on Capstan, but once again, you know, I don't have them there yet. And so, it becomes a case of that I just don't have the yellows to reflect buying the red stars on most of these characters. And the Infinity Watch meta did not last as long as I would have thought. So they came out in like June. We're sitting at towards the end of November. That's less than 6 months that they were arena meta. And it takes a long time to get these gold promotion credits. You know, it takes... My main account takes me, you know, you're getting what? 20 gold promo credits at tier 7 Chaos Theory every month. So one 6 red upgrade is 5 months worth of time. Now, my Icarus, I only pulled a 4 red, but once again, by the time he becomes farmable, you know, is that even going to be relevant anymore? You know, to buy that 5 red or 6 red, you know, maybe, maybe not. So I'm actually at a bit of a loss in terms of what to spend at least the gold promo credits on. I would encourage people to spend their silver promo credits on characters they're using every day. That could be your, you know, your Doom raid characters, your general raid characters, your arena team, things like that. That is what I would recommend. And you can be a bit more liberal and flexible with your silver promotion credits, because I have, you know, you tend to get them quite a bit more than you would, obviously, gold promotion credits. But in terms of gold promotion credits, I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a really, really good rework on the level of Gamora, which happened in June for Infinity Watch. And at the time, you know, I didn't have high red stars for her on my main account, so I just went balls to the wall and upgraded her for 6 red, 7 red on my main account, on Boilon. And so I might just save them in the event that something like that happens again. But otherwise, it's a bit of a risky move, necessarily, and the upgrade from 5 to 6 is only about 10% in terms of stats. And that's 10% of base stats. That doesn't include things like ISO. It doesn't improve your stats that you're getting from ISO. It just improves the 10% of the original base stats. So it's not super impactful, but I may just wait for that time that I really want to get a 7 red character. And that might be like the next Gamora or the Thanos from the Thanos from Black Order, things like that. But yeah, I think I'm going to hold for now. I honestly don't think there's a rush to spend the gold promo credits given how rare and how infrequent that you actually get them. So I would be interested to know what other people are doing, just in case I may be missing out on something. And in terms of arena, I'm currently not doing super hot. I'm in the top 100, but I'm not holding very well because slowly they're moving to a Eternals meta, which I need to jump on ASAP. So once I get Icarus unlocked, I'll be gearing him up straight to 75, getting him gear tier 14. Hopefully I can, because I think I got the gear ready for that. And hopefully I can motor my way back up to the top 50 or top 20. That would be awesome. Otherwise, I've been struggling a little bit just because that I also don't attack all 5 of my attacks. But yeah, things are getting a bit tougher. You're starting to see things a bit changing. So, especially because a lot of the people in my arena shard don't have Adam Warlock, which means you don't get spawn immunity and safeguard anymore with that. It makes them very easy targets for anyone with Icarus. It just completely decimates the Kess Watch arena meta for a lot of new players. So, also curious what people are doing if they're around my level for arena and what your plans are, if you're going to be doing the same as I am or not. I think that covers most of what I wanted to talk about today. I'm just still kind of just going through the motions with the events at the moment and working my way through Dark Dimension 3. I'll slowly, I think once I get to global, I think I'll probably be trying to get my aim up just to get through that 2-1 to 2-3 section. Yeah, I hope it's enough. I hope I didn't waste time on these aim characters, because I really hate this section that do more 2-1 to 2-3, and I hope that, you know, I get through that. There's still lots of characters I need to level that I'm running out of training materials for. Dagger and Cloak are at level 70, and I don't have... I'm saving all these training mods for Icarus, but if I go to one of my lower level characters, I'm actually running fairly low when it comes to training modules. So if I want to go all the way to 76 on a brand new character, you can see it basically, I have enough for one character to go from 1 to 76, and that's going to be Icarus, and then I'm basically out of training modules. So let me know how you're doing on your training modules and what your plans are to get more, if there is any. I don't know if there is any. I don't think there is. I think you just have to wait and maybe pull some arena orbs. I don't recommend that, or maybe spend here on the training modules. I don't know what other option there really is for me. I have 46 million gold, but I can't spend it. So yeah, first world problems, is that what they call it? I don't know. So that's the end of this update. I hope by the next time I'm a little bit further in terms of my content, but slow and steady wins the race, I guess. So good luck with the events. Hopefully you all get Icarus unlocked, and Cersei, of course, and both of them geared up to go attack that arena, because that's going to be the new meta. And if you haven't watched my videos on the Eternals previously, where I've done that on my main account, then I recommend everyone to go and do so. That's the end of this update. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon, signing out.